Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ADHWA SOLEHEEN bin Azman, DBA203003. So today I want to review about Poco X3 Pro from Xiaomi. The Poco X3 Pro is well suited to gamers and people who consume a lot of content on their phone. It has a quad camera setup and 33-watt fast charging support. The Poco X3 Pro is for Android gamers or power user on a budget with near flagship processing power in one of the cheapest phone on the market. If all of you care about performance, the Poco X3 Pro is the most powerful phone in its segment. The Snapdragon 860 along with 8GB RAM and UFS 3.1 storage had clinched this title easily. The raw power of the phone makes it our go-to recommendation for anyone looking for a gaming phone on a budget. The Poco X3 Pro may not follow the same naming scheme, but is the true successor to the F1 that we've all been waiting for. It's all about power, and the Snapdragon 860 at its helm managed to trump phone that cost a lot more. There are a few compromises, but it shouldn't deter the spec obsessed to jump on the phone. The Poco X3 Pro shipped with Mi 12 based on Android 11, with Poco UI on the top. However, the difference between Poco UI and Mi on Redmi phones have almost completely dissolved, and I can't point out a single feature that's not available on Redmi phones. One difference I could find is that Poco UI doesn't have the Google Discover feed to the left out the home screen. Interestingly, Poco claims that its interface is clean and ad-free, claims that Redmi doesn't make, even though it does have some bloatware and system get apps that sends out spam notification. Before this, Xiaomi or other models doesn't have ad-free like Poco X3 Pro. The chipset of Poco X3 Pro is Qualcomm Snapdragon 860, and the RAM is 6GB RAM and 8GB RAM. For the storage is 128 and 256GB. For the display is 6.67-inch Full HD, 120Hz refresh rate, 240Hz touch sampling rate, and Gorilla Glass 6. Okay. For the battery is 5160 mAh battery, 33-watt fast charging. For the camera is 48 megapixel, 1.79 wide, 8 megapixel 2.2 ultra wide, and 2 megapixel for 2.4 macro plus 2 megapixel 2.4 depth. For the software, for Poco X3 Pro is Mi 12 based on Android 11 with Poco UI. The biometrics is side-mounted fingerprint sensor, port USB Type-C, 3.5mm headphone jack, IR blaster. So Poco X3 Pro has launched 3 colors, which is graphite black, steel blue, and golden bronze. So Poco X3 Pro has stereo speakers, liquid cool plus thermal dissipation. So that's the spec of Poco X3 Pro. The market price in Malaysia is 1,300, and maybe you can get the AirPod from Xiaomi. When I buy the Poco X3 Pro, the seller give this AirPod free. The price, total price 1,300. So that's all for me. As a gamer, I like this Poco X3 Pro.